So we got Miguel here.
Damn.
We got Miguel there. We got Corey there. We got Naked John there. All right, and we are getting ready to go to Kies Studio in an undisclosed location.
Yep, undisclosed location. That is only a secret.
Yeah, so
it's completely underground.
I'm wondering if he's gonna allow us to record the G81 because I know the G81 is there. So hopefully, follow me.
Yeah,
I'll put it on my stories.
All right, we're gonna be checking out something really interesting. It's gonna be the G81. And Miguel, can you give us a little breakdown? What's going on? A quick breakdown.
Yeah, so we're here. Corey is leading the pack. We're going to Kies Studio. Kies has always been well known in the community as a vlogger. Everybody knows who he is. If you have a BMW, you've probably seen one of his videos to help you do something. So we're excited to come to his show. He yearly has come to our show as well. So we're sharing the love. Hopefully we get a chance to see the G81 and have a better perspective that we can show you guys what it looks like for us and why we should have this in the US. So hopefully we get you some good footage. We did get some sort of like confirmation that the M5 Touring is coming to the US. So I have one on order. If it does happen, there are some dealerships that are taking deposits on them already. So hopefully that'll provide us with good content as well. Since Ken has the G80, Corey has an F80, just adding something else to the stable that we can show you guys some good content on.
All right, so we just got to the Kies compound, and over here, we're gonna be checking out some interesting cars. One of the cars you guys already recognize, right? It's gonna be a really good-looking G80 M3 in Alzaman green. We also have a very interesting car that you guys are not used to looking at in the United States, which Miguel mentioned earlier. And that's gonna be the G81 Wagon. So this is the myth, the legend, the G81 Wagon, something that we can't get here in the United States, something they could get over in Europe. And I know there's been controversies of people wishing that this came here, but you know what? Enjoy the B-roll.
All right, so we're here in Kies' house, actually, and we're here to talk a little bit about the G81 from dAHLer that came all the way from Germany, right? He's the driver, in addition to being the dAHLer rep for anything that we have here going on. Of course, for those of you who don't know, if you need dAHLer parts, you go through Kies and you get everything that dAHLer offers, right?
That's right.
But we have something new, unique for today, right? We have a G81. I believe it may be the first one in the US. So we're excited to talk to you about it and see what mods it has.
All right.
So let's just start off with the front.
Well, the G81, this is our new front splitter. It's still the prototype, but it'll be available as a 3-piece carbon splitter. And lowering kit, it got our new design wheels, 21 inches.
So it's 21 front and rear.
Front and rear, 21. Michelin tires and forged wheels.
Okay, and what suspension?
It's a lowering kit.
Just a lowering kit?
Just a lowering
kit. All right, did you get it, is it Moton or KW? Do you know the brand?
Actually, it's a dAHLer setup.
Oh, it's a dAHLer setup? Okay.
Yeah, out of Iberg Springs, but it's a different, our own setup.
Okay.
That's the manufacturer, but we tell them the rating, spring rate, we want this spring, we want it that way. And they produce it for us. So it's not a stock product that we say we take from H&R, put the sticker on.
Yeah.
So the springs, they're always dAHLer style.
Got it. All right.
So that's how Chris drives the car. And he says, I want it softer, I want it hotter, I want the springs my way.
Okay.
And they produce it for us. So
Got it.
this is the good thing about it.
Something unique about the rear as well is you have like a little spoiler on top of the OEM spoiler.
Yeah, only the M3 comes with that top spoiler. All the other wagons available don't have that.
Okay.
From the function, the back of the car is the same like the other wagons. So you can open that lid here. It gives you actually a ton of space.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can hear.
So this is something that the G80s don't have, right? They don't have the folding automatic seats in them, so that's very unique.
No, it's pretty big now.
Yeah,
So you can load a ton of stuff in there.
absolutely. What else is unique about this car in particular?
Well, it's been tested and developed on the North Loop in Germany.
Okay.
So that car is not any, let's say, slower than a sedan or a coupe.
Okay.
It's as good as any other M3. It's a full M3.
All right.
It's not like you say, oh, it's like a family car because it's a wagon or all that. That car is super fast. You go on a track. It can handle all the sedan can handle.
Okay.
Just gives you more space, different shape.
All right. Can we open up the hood and talk about engine mods?
Sure thing. The engine's been modified by our additional control unit.
Okay.
That'll boost the car, well, at least the European version, up to 612 horsepower.
Okay.
The rest is all stock, like filters and all.
When it was turned on a little while ago, it did sound like it had an exhaust as well,
It has
right?
a catbag exhaust.
Okay.
As the European version, they have extra filters you cannot remove. The moment you start removing these filters, all the lights gonna flash in the car.
Okay.
So we literally have to start after the secondary catalytic converter,
Okay.
which US models don't have.
Got it.
So,
okay.
but the sound still there. Or you go quiet. The valve controller.
Sounds good. Yeah, I like it. I do like some of the things that they did with it, right? So they color matched the rear diffuser. They left some pinstriping in it. They gave it like a two-tone look with addition to some graphics that they put on the rear panel. If you look at the side skirts, this is something that I think BMW should do from factory. So they color matched the side skirts, but they left that kind of lip that the side skirts have in gloss black. The front, which I know is the favorite part for most guys, right? The front of the G80, or the part that they most dislike. What they did is they added a spoiler to it. It looks like it sits under the factory splitters. It has like winglets like the M Performance has. It's also color matched and two-tone. I think gave it a really nice touch to it. So overall, if you're a wagon guy like myself, this is the wagon to get.
Alright, so we are actually at Kies Studio, and what's going on right now is that it's crunch time. It's the day before the show, and they're getting this G80 up and running. You gotta watch their video where they did a full rebuild on the motor, and they're pushing insane power. And one of the best things is I'm seeing it live now because they're stressed. When I came in here, I could see the stress. Look at me. I'm like stressed because I'm sweating. It looks like I actually went into a pool, but I don't know. You guys too, but you guys been here all day. It's good. It's good to see this car. I've seen it on camera. I've seen it in Orlando, but some things have changed on the car, and it's gonna have some new shoes for tomorrow when it's on the track.
Actually.
But in a little bit, when Kies is done and settled, we'll get him on the camera. I know he's a little busy right now.
Talk to you. I got time right now.
Okay. So,
What's up?
how you feeling?
Feeling good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm actually a little hot right now. It kind of reminds me of Florida.
Yeah, me too. We wanted to like make it so it was like your climate.
So it made me feel
we turned the
more
heat
comfortable,
on.
right? Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Make you feel at home.
Yeah. So I know your video coming out regarding this car. What has been done since the people have last seen it?
Since people last saw it,
Yeah.
basically what we did is everything.
And what is everything?
So by everything, Simon, put this down. Basically what we did is we had it so it ran the 9.8 quarter mile and it had 700 wheel horsepower and about 700 foot-pound torque on Mishimoto's dyno jet. From there, we wanted to take it up further, but we were tapped out on our turbo and we were tapped out in our fuel system. So one thing led to another. One of the cool things about the S58 is a lot of guys are running like 800-900 horsepower, which is awesome. But what starts to happen is the trans starts to fail before that. So we sent our transmission to Pure up in Long Island, and we did a stage 2 build. And we thought, while it's there, we might as well send the torque converter and do a high stall. So I was like, well, since we don't have that, we might as well send the torque or the transfer case and have that built because it's all-wheel drive. And then we were like, well, you can't drive the car without a motor, so we might as well build a motor. So we pulled the head off, and then we had a stage 4 kit. Sorry, I'm like sweating like crazy.
Same here, man.
We had a stage 4 head done, valves, springs, retainers, everything but cams. And then for the block, we got rods, pistons, wrist pins, ARP head studs, ARP main studs, every seal, every gasket. We did a stage 4, I think it is. Precision Raceworks brushless fuel pump setup, which is really cool because typically when you want to run port injection, you have your main feed line and then it taps off. Well, your feed line is now feeding 12 injectors. With the Precision Raceworks setup, which should be released soon, you get a dedicated line. So it's like max.
So he's doing all the work for you guys, so you guys don't have to deal with the mess later on. So
we are definitely figuring stuff out because that will not be running. We had some more parts that literally my wife just handed me, but we're not going to have time to get to the tuning.
What power are you expecting?
Honestly, I think we're going to be about the same because we don't have time to do any tuning adjustments. We use HCP out of Denmark, and it's already like he's already probably sleeping.
Probably sleeping, yeah. But if you had to, let's just say everything went well and you had that time period to tune the car, what can this car push?
So I have Musselman turbos. Based on my conversation with Musselman, they said that we should be at or around 1,000.
Oh wow, okay.
But we have port injection. Yeah. We have the pretty much everything but brakes.
Yeah, and I know he has a busy day, and it's always good chatting with him and also seeing him again.
Yeah.
I think the last time we saw you was in Orlando, and the time before that was actually in South Carolina.
That's the last time I drove this car.
That's a lot, really?
Yeah. So I drove the car. I cleaned the car. I drove the car to Orlando. I drove the car back. And we took it apart the next day. I literally haven't even cleaned the car since Orlando.
So this is Orlando dust.
This
a lot of grime,
look at this.
rain.
This is Orlando dust right there. You see it?
Oh, you brought a little bit back of Florida back to Jersey.
Yeah, it's all the pollen from when I was down there. But yeah, I literally haven't cleaned the car or anything. It's el natural.
Which is fine. And stay tuned tomorrow's video, which you're gonna see first before this video, because we wanna show you guys a show, see what you guys are missing if you guys didn't come out. If you guys do come out, you guys enjoy it again by reliving watching this video again. But you'll see this video after and enjoy the B-roll of the car. right, so as you can see, I'm definitely sweating up a storm here, but it's always good to see where the magic happens, right? Where the magic happens with Kies when he films these videos and also has these ideas with these cars.
How you guys doing? My name is Scott dAHLer. My Instagram handle conveniently is Scott dAHLer ain't shit _ between all of those. Long story.